morning. We're back to a little bit on the cane. As you can see by it's cold, I've got the fire on, but really cold this morning. But the cane's all but finished now, just a little bit to put on. I've created a small dowel situation on the bottom situation. Back to the thing we started with all these months ago. But anyway, created a small dowel on, and I'm going to put a little bit of polyprop, hard polythene on the bottom, and then as you can see the dowel, just a bit of work that was cutting that out of the ebony there. Gee whiz, beautiful stuff, hard to work with, but we've got it. So I'm just going to pop that on and put a small bit of plastic on, and then there'll be a rubber stopper and then fitted in. This is basically, the dowel only goes so far up this, so as I can replace this at times, or so the chap can replace these at times. This will need to be shaped to fit because it comes off a door closer, or a stop for a door closer. Door opener, that's more like it, that's what it is. So anyway, I'm just going to pop that on now, and I'll let it sit for a little while and finish off. I won't actually, I'll varnish, final little fine sand on the handle and the knob part of it, and clean up the ebony and probably just polish it. I've got paste there, so probably just polish it. But we'll put this on a little bit of glue, super glue or gel will do it. That'll do fine. That's enough. Just about that time of, you know, so many sleeps, as the youngest granddaughter says, so many sleeps till Christmas. Anyway, that's fine at that. And it's, I would have liked another piece of ivory or something similar to go in the bottom before I did this, but I haven't got it. But introduce a little bit of colour to it, you can please yourself. Just whatever you've got, it'll work fine. As long as it's fit for purpose, it'll do. We'll just, as I say, I'll let that harden off and then fit the hard rubber inside it. And as I say, that can, as it wears down, it can be replaced with another one or whatever they see fit. But I'm quite pleased the way it's turned out. It's very nice. But I can waste an awful lot of time with things. What can you say? I've still not got around to putting that other one together or getting on with the canes. I'm finding now that time disappears at such a fantastic rate. Anyway, the wife was away there yesterday visiting an old woman who she used to work with. Well, a woman, she's not that old actually, she's 70, and used to work with and that, and she's something going to care. But the interesting part of it, she, about 20 years or so ago, she bought a dining room table and benches from an up-and-coming woodworker at the time called a chap called Tim Stade, who's now dead. He died, I think, early, maybe 15, 16 years ago, the start of the century. And so she's now moving into care, and she's going to have to sell the house and sell all the things she's got. And she has a slight valuation put on the table and benches that she bought from this chap. Hard to believe it, but his work. I didn't know about the chap. I didn't know that much about him. I knew he was a very, very good, fine woodworker and very innovative and brought different styles to things and whatnot. and they stayed down Borders or something. You know. We obviously had a sawmill situation and a few other things because the woods they had were fantastic. And it was one of his early pieces. And not as extravagant as some of the later stuff that he did. And but it's worth about £40,000 now. Well, if you can get somebody to pay £40,000 for it, but seemingly his work's really collectible in that. So don't lose heart out there. You never know. Some of your sticks might be worth a fortune someday. So you just don't know, like, you know. But anyway, she had, I think it was a friend of a friend, and so she bought the table, and I think it didn't cost that much, about £500, £600, but that's a bit of money back, probably 20 odd years ago when we bought it. So it would be considerable, but little did they know that his work would increase in value. Because you usually find that when your work's not, it's worth something, but becomes more valuable when you're dead. So like a lot of these artists and various people that, you know, it goes on. But anyway, that was as much as I'm going to do with Kane, and I won't spoil it again. After Christmas is coming, and after that we're going to go on to the crook work. I'm going to finish off these other two hurricanes. I've been failing miserably in terms of spending time in here. The sun shines and the weather's good. I'm away wandering around. But we've got to wait on really bad days, bad weather, or that kind of thing. But I was going to show you something that I made. I was looking at a book. Oh, it must be about bloody 20 odd years ago anyway. And I built this. It was fathers who back then it was a Christmas, build your own Christmas present kind of thing, like, you know, men that were kind of handy with wood and had a bit of a shed and workshops and things like that back then. And I remember my father building me a toy train when I was a young boy, like, you know. It's one of the few things I can remember getting. So they tended to make Christmas presents. There wasn't that much money around it or not. But in this book there was a picture of a battleship, and this is it here. And wasted another load of time on it was a bit of fun at the time. And it was a carpet thing. There would probably be two of them, and I suppose if you had a brother, or if you didn't have a brother, there would be another one across the way which you would. I suppose I think there's a kind of game called Battleship in some ways. So it's probably this was a forerunner of all that kind of thing. And I just made it up out of the various bits and pieces I had at the time. And I was looking around there this morning, and I went, oh, bloody thing. And so I dug it down, and the thing about it is I went to quite a bit of work with the guns on it, because I wanted the guns to fire. And that was, this one's a bit sticky I think, but I wanted the guns to fire. I need to do a bit of adjustment on that one I think, but so I made up the spring loaded mechanisms, and I had actually shells for it. I made wee wooden shells and all that. Oh dear, the things you do. But we haven't, I can't find them. They'll be there somewhere, I've no doubt, like, you know. I need to get up into that corner sometime and throw some stuff out, I think. But I've got these beads, and we'll see if I did try one and it did work, so. But I suppose if you're a young boy, and after the Second World War, and that type of thing, it would be obviously interested in all this kind of thing. My father certainly wasn't at an advanced stage for building this kind of thing for me, but as I say, he built a small train, wooden train. But we'll try it out and see. You can, as I say, you make it sticks and anything else that takes your fancy. It's good to play around at times. As we get older, we tend to forget how to play. I don't think these work terribly well, but try probably better with the right size of shell for it. It'll maybe give us an idea. This will not work now. But playing, yes, as we get older we tend to forget how to play. It's a bit of a duker. We're all grown up and yeah, these are, I remember at the time building these bloody guns and just bits and pieces I had lying around, and God, it took me forever I think to get them to work. Won't buy anything again. I'm famous for it. Work with what you've got, get in. And even even the bits for holding them. So yeah, and I suppose on a carpet you should paint on the various bits and pieces and add things to it and that type of thing. And I never really done anything with it. It just sits up there like a lot of other things, like, you know. But we'll try it and see where it'll. Keep your eye on it, see how far it goes. Oh, there we go. Probably needs the shells, I think. You know what I mean? Oh yeah. Oh, that was a poor one, that one. Help me put my hand on that. I think the idea was just to flick it. Yeah. So as you can see, it still works. It still works, but I think the shells were better, there's no doubt about it. The shells were more of the shape of a shell as such, and a better fit, and did throw lighter wood through them further and that kind of thing. And I think it was a little bit boxwood I'd made them out of, whatnot, and it was quite nice. How to waste a bit of time. Yeah, just a bit of fun, that was it. But anyway, we won't probably be back on till after Christmas. We'll get that out of the way first. we'll don't drink as much nowadays. I was going to say drinking be merry, but I don't drink as much nowadays. I still enjoy a good malt and a pint of Guinness, but it's another thing I'm not good at as I've got older. I used to be really good at it, but I'm afraid not nowadays. But anyway, we'll wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year when it comes, and we'll probably catch you after the time I tidy things up and get things sorted. Anyway, we'll catch you in the next one. Cheers.